Honey, could you pull my hair?
Yeah.
So this is the infamous video of an Asian chick dating 20 guys, speed dating. Her name is Sophia, and she will be disqualifying some people according to her standards. Most of her answers or standards will be thrown into the same category as being entitled. But nevertheless, let's proceed and see how it goes.
Are you hoping to find a match today?
Yeah. I mean, I'm hoping not to continue this pattern of very, very bad men.
Red flag, very, very bad men. It has nothing to do with the men that you meet. It has everything to do with who you are, attracting the same type of characteristics and personality that you view yourself as. Like attracts like. Also, just to give some basis to this whole charade, having one girl surrounded by 20 guys is already pedestalizing her, and her entitlement doubles down or quadruples down. She feels like a queen, she feels like a goddess, and when you do that, you miss out on small nuances. Your perception will become blurry, and you will think of yourself as something beyond of what you really are. More than once, hallelujah, yes and yes, looking good. Oh man, if I could be so lucky. A lot of weak men pedestalizing a woman and they expect her to like them, but that doesn't work like that. Woman wants a man with integrity, self-respect, who knows his worth. A woman would like to have a leader, a strong one, someone to follow, someone to support, and putting her on a pedestal is making the opposite. Why the hell did you come to the show if you don't want to date her? I mean, you got the picture, no? Or maybe they didn't get any picture when they were requested for participation.
I love to dance, so I don't like it when I'm with somebody who's a total Debbie Downer or boring and just kind of stands there and doesn't want to dance.
If you would like to dance, go dance with your gal pals. Men are not there to be clowns and entertain you. And if they do, they are the kind of men that you don't find attractive at all. A clowning man is not an attractive man. Think of Kevin Hart. Yeah, sure, he's successful, he makes millions, but how many girls really find him attractive? Everybody sees him as this whiny, small, short guy with a squeaky voice. Props to the guy not putting up with this bullshit. If I'm dancing for myself, not to entertain you.
I would definitely want someone open-minded but not a freak. So you shouldn't be into feet, but you know, a little choking's a little fun, well, you know.
Choking is so vanilla nowadays. Everybody chokes. We live in a time where admitting to love choking is not shameful. So, vanilla. And also girls who are saying that they're not into freaky guys. That is mostly true, but mostly. Except when they meet the guy. You know who I'm talking about. Directing guys to do this and do that, choke me, pull the hair, blah blah blah. If you're directing the guy, if he doesn't know what he's doing, then you don't want him to do that. It's not like you are laying on the bed between the sheets and you're like, honey, could you pull my hair? Could you yank my hair a little bit? Doesn't work like that. It has to come spontaneously. He has to know what he's doing. The game is not to talk about, rather to play.
I do like them tall because I'm pretty tall for an Asian girl, and when I put on my heels, I would like to still be shorter than Mama Ann. So they need to be, I think, at least 5'11", but I prefer like 6 feet tall.
This is so basic as it gets. In fact, I googled about the height of the man. I assume she lives in USA. Only 14.5% of men are 6 feet or taller. Wrap your head around that fact. The level of entitlement to disqualify so many men, almost 86%. So she gives you a list of different characteristics that would match her ideal, but if there's someone that she really pines for, she doesn't care about his height, his status, his social compatibility with other people. She just wants him because there's this magnetic attraction. Her gut tells her that that guy is a Superman. Half the population. Thief Thanos has stricken. How the hell did you succeed with disqualifying most of your crew? Entitled. Nothing less, nothing more. And let me tell you what, when she's 40, she will be whining about where the good men are. They're back in your 20s, where you left them. This is a homage to a certain person, just so you know.
I would not want to be with somebody who wants kids within 7 years.
Why the hell am I going into a relationship with you? You have unreasonable expectations. You don't want to have kids. What are you good for? Do you cook? Do you clean? Why would I be with you? What will I get from this relationship? Tell me. Tell me your qualities.
I love kids. I've been an aunt since I was 10, so I'm like a natural around babies and kids. But I want to really just share a love with somebody that's so great, and it's all about loving each other before we can, bring somebody else in the world. I think you should.
If you are loving a guy to a degree where you just cannot be without him, you would have his babies in a heartbeat. You are desiring him so much that you want him inside of you 24/7, which means having his babies. This is a perfect example of cognitive dissonance. She wants one thing that contradicts the other thing that she also wants.
Be mentally stable as well, financially stable, because you're going to be responsible for shaping their future. It's kind of a big pressure because you could really fuck somebody up in the head if you're not there, and I take that really seriously.
Coming there, arriving there, is a conscious choice. It takes work and a lot of effort to understand yourself, to understand people, to understand why you are bringing another life to this world. And if you're just sitting on your ass and counting the days passing by, counting the times you have had birthday parties, you won't arrive there because it's not conscious, deliberate choice. Aging doesn't make you wise. Knowledge does.
You know what? I have a younger brother, and anybody younger than me, I just automatically think of my brother, so. Like, they could be the hottest person in the room, and if they tell me they're even a month younger than me, I'm just like, oh, I just see my brother, and it's like, ugh.
I think this goes back to that women search for men that are more mature, more stable, more accomplished in life. Being younger sends signals that he isn't really there. Of course, it's her being judgmental, but that's how it goes. Wanting to have someone who is older, at least a couple of years, means that they're ahead in life, on top of their game. Women want to feel secure and safe. Innately, of course, but that still echoes in their DNA. Even if they don't practically desire provisioning because they have their own money.
Would not date my brother.
Yeah, at least she's being honest with herself. She will die alone because she's being entitled. She's being unreasonable. She doesn't understand how attraction works. She has this made up list in her head about how a perfect man should look like and be like, but in reality there's no attraction, there's no desire, and desire is the number one thing that makes you even make an attempt to connect with someone. Otherwise it becomes nothing more than a material transaction.
You're gonna be single for a while.
Yeah, burn! You're going to be single for a while. Of course, of course. I mean, it's easy to have an Instagram account and get thousands upon thousands of likes, but in reality, you have to be presentable, you have to be likable, you have to show humility and compassion, understanding, you have to have sense of reality. But obviously, this chick doesn't seem to have those kind of traits.
That was rude.
How many guys did you think would be left?
I thought there would be maybe 4 guys left, but there were none. So today I learned that
I am entitled.
my criteria is not, I guess, easy as I thought it was.
Exactly. When the sunshine is blown up your ass, you will always think that you are more worth than you really are. You have this grandiose picture of yourself, but nobody else sees you in the same light.
But I'm okay with that because I don't, like, these are values and things that I don't want to bend and change right now, so.
Good luck to have those values when you're above 30 and your beauty starts to decay and the pool of people that gives you attention shrinks. Then you will become desperate. Then you will change your standards. Then you will become humble.
I used to really beat myself up in my past relationships after they ended because I felt like I wasn't good enough. But
Let's cut this bullshit. We already know what her problem is. She is still in the matrix. Have you been on a speed dating? Tell me about your experiences in the comments. If you want to watch more videos on gender dynamics, click here. But for now, as you know, Hossein out.